Welcome to Coaches Roundtable. I'm Ed Codi. To my right, the Swami George Abraham. To my left, the Tiger Albert Campman. Guys, can you believe we're headed into the finals weeks of playoffs at every level of sports? Let's go to Spotlight High School Football Playoffs, 6A Championship, Central Catholic 42, North Allegheny 7. Running back Roman Thompson had 3 TDs for the Vikings. Next up for Central Catholic, 11-1. They take on State College 10-2 at Altoona.
Yeah, I saw it. I was telling one of my buddies at home, I said, you want to see a good game Friday night? Because I imagine State College is decent. If they won, did well in the mid-pen. Harrisburg's still in down east, though, so there are a couple of teams from that league still in.
NA finishes 8-4, losing 3 of their last 4 games. 5A semis, Pine Richland 34, Moon 24, Peters Township 31, Upper St. Clair 6. The championship will be Pine Richland 11-1 versus Peters 12-0 at Acrisure. Peters in the trenches, I think they'll match up. But I don't know if they have the skill set to match up with Aaron Strader and Khalil Taylor and Timmons. That would be the difference.
I do agree with you on that. Will they cut down the big plays?
Yeah, Strader had 2 touchdowns at quarterback. He's only a sophomore. How about Khalil Taylor? He picked one off in the end zone, returned it 104 yards.
That's the big plays we're talking about, yes.
Yeah, and Timmons, they're strong in the secondary.
You can't do that in a big game. You can't have a 100-yard bring back. You just can't.
Hey, in the 3A semis, Avonworth 44, North Catholic 24. Joey Felitsky finishes his great career, 255 yards passing, 2 TDs, gives him 39 on a season. Wide receiver Will Waskowitz caught 7 for 156 yards and 2 touchdowns. Running back Logan Shade, 9 carries, 88 yards. North Catholic, they finished the season 9-4. The other semi, Imani Christian 48, Central Valley nothing. So the championship, to me, this is the game of the week. It's Avonworth 12-0 versus Imani 12-0.
Yeah, pretty. Before the season started, you could have called this too.
Yes.
It was really called. The thing I don't know is I thought Avonworth was favored. I don't think they are now.
No.
I think Imani Christian.
Imani has speed.
Yeah.
At every level. 4A championship, Aliquippa 21, McKeesport 12. The Quips win their 21st WPIAL title and deny the Tigers their first since 2005. For McKeesport, it's the 3rd straight title game in which they've lost. Keeman Spell had 19 carries, 142 yards, and a touchdown. But the Quips quarterback, Marcus Council, 2 touchdown passes and a running touchdown pass. Next up for the Quips, 9-3. They're going to take on Oil City, 10-1. Oil City defeated Punxsutawney 47-14. That game will be at Slippery Rock University.
McKeesport, I would tell them why they're losing. They can't throw a forward pass. And see, you get away with that all year. You face somebody that stops the run. Scrimmage. Yeah. And then what do? We don't know how to throw the ball.
You've gone away with it forever.
Yes.
Yeah. Hey, I hear there's a 7 in there. I'm sitting here trying to think about how many times 6 and 8 go into 21. Did they kick a point? No. They got 21.
They got 21.
As a kicker.
Okay.
I was at the game. Yeah, no, they have a good kicker.
There you go. Big deal. That's a big deal for them.
2A semi, Seton LaSalle 27, Wash High 19, Still Valley 34, Western Beaver 7. So the championship, Seton LaSalle 11-1 versus Still Valley 9-3. And the 1A semis, Clairton 42, Bishop defeating Bishop Canavan 7. Laurel 24, Fort Cherry 14. That's an upset. There's the upset you have. So
give them credit. Give the Spartans credit.
Yes.
I saw them first game of the year, and I was impressed. I thought Fort Cherry and Clairton were sure things. I was wrong.
You think having that game at Acrisure helps them in the not a fast field?
I would think it has to help a little bit. Do you think it, George?
Yeah, I would think it has.
I think they go in with a lot of confidence.
Laurel.
Yeah.
Oh.
Clairton 11-1 and Laurel 12-1. Who Laurel lose to?
I don't remember.
All right, that'll be another good game. And then PIAA 2A first round playoff, Farrell 48, Corn City 10. Farrell star Jules Johnson, he's a Nebraska recruit. He had 100 yards rushing and 4 TDs, 7 catches for 124 yards, and an 88-yard kickoff return.
I don't think that score's right. That score's not right. Albert, they have more than 10.
Pardon me?
They have more than 10.
Maybe 14, maybe.
20.
I'm not sure.
48,
maybe
20.
48,
20. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that was a score. You're right.
10.
I think that was it.
Did I say 10?
Yeah,
That's why
I think
I
it's
said-
20.
I'm
Give our guys
No,
Corn City. Give
No,
them
I got it
two.
written down. It's
Oh,
20.
I
don't know
believe
why
it.
said
That's
10.
no.
No.
The only reason I mentioned is give them their credit.
Now, Farrell, 11-2. They play Richland, 12-1. For Corn City, they finished 9-3. Quarterback Cole Johnson, he rushed for 106 yards and a touchdown in that game. Another outstanding year for Corn City.
Man, we saw them. We were impressed.
You guys both said
But
they
they
were
can't.
good.
But they can't
Yeah.
be Farrell. But they can't be Farrell.
Yeah.
They can play them 40 times.
And I
Right.
think Richland out there, I think.
I don't know anything about
Yeah,
them.
yeah. Well, I think the better team's McCourt Carroll in that 2A.
They don't play Carroll this time. You're saying
Right.
next game.
No, they play Richland.
They play Richland.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As we reach these finals, I want to, and Matt, producer, is going to put up on a screen our 4A realignment and the playoffs. So Section 1, it's Mount Lebanon, Baldwin, Bethel Park, Norman, Upper St. Clair, Peters Township. Section 2, Hempfield, Cannon, Mac, Connellsville, Gateway, Penn Hills, and Franklin Regional. Section 3, Pine Richland, North Allegheny, Seneca Valley, Butler, North Hills, and Shaler. And in Section 4, Woodland Hills, Central Catholic, Penn Trafford, Plum, Kiski, and Moon. I made that adjustment you guys asked for. Now, how would this work? Let's say Pine Richland plays NA for the 4A championship and Pine wins. Then Pine goes on to play in the state 5A. North Allegheny goes on to play in the state in 6A. And you work it out like that so they can still participate in the state playoffs.
Is that your idea or is that
That's
theirs?
my idea.
Okay,
That's my
I
idea.
gotcha.
That's my
Okay,
idea.
I got you.
You know, here's the thing. They need to do something with this 6A.
Yeah, this isn't working. This isn't working. You're right.
Yeah.
The way they're doing it's not working.
It's not working.
No.
And you only get 6 or 7 teams.
No.
And you see some other teams, they don't want to play in that section anymore because it's Central and North Allegheny. Just take a stamp and put it in there.
Automatic.
Just the 4th straight year they met for the championship.
It'll be 15 straight years.
So you move this around and you create. So say you had a 4A team playing a 5A team, and the 4A team wins. Then they go on in the 4A states, and the 5A team goes on and plays in a 5A.
I'll call them up. Eddie.
I'll
send you down, Eddie.
No, I don't have all the wrinkles
Answers, right? I
ironed
got
out.
you, yeah.
But it's just my idea. Let's get back to normal.
It's not worse than what they're doing.
I think it's a lot better than what they're doing.
Yeah.
All right, girls volleyball PIAA championship 4A, Springford 3, Pine Richland 1. The Rams finish a great season, 17-7. Springford goes undefeated, 28-0. The 2A championship, Avonworth 3, Lansdale Catholic 1. And PIAA boys soccer Class A championship. This team I got to mention in Bentworth, they went 25-0. They defeated Delco Christian 1-0 in overtime, winning a WPIAL and state title. And a girls soccer 3A championship, South Fayette wins their first ever state title, defeating Radnor 3-1. Let's go to our stories of the week. The NFL, the Steelers 34, the Bungles 12. The Steelers scoring 2 defensive touchdowns. Kyle Duggar, what a pickup he's been. A 73-yard pick six. And James Pierre, at one point he was buried on that depth chart.
Yeah.
He had a fumble return, 34 yards for a touchdown. Unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers has a fractured wrist. Still up in the air whether or not he's going to play against the Bears. But Mason Rudolph came in, guys, did a great job. 5 or 6 on third down plays. He threw for 127 yards and a touchdown. The other concern is Jalen Warren left with an ankle injury. He was having a decent game. 10 carries for 62 yards, which every running back has against the Bengals. But still there's concern about his injury going
Tell you
into
one
the
thing,
Bears
it was a
game.
really good pickup by the Steelers.
Treadwell.
They don't talk about
Duggar.
Gainwell's an excellent pickup.
He's good.
And the other thing I'll say, I know all three of us have talked off the air. We don't care if Rodgers plays at all.
No, I want to win.
I like Mason Rudolph.
We
I
like
said
Rudolph.
from the beginning.
I don't understand that. They ran the same play. They sure looked like better when Rudolph was in there.
I said that. I said, am I being goofy or did it look like it was better? Yeah.
He throws a nice ball. He sees the field. He's 6'5". He keeps his mouth shut. He's humble. 2 years ago in the exhibition game, he came in because they didn't put in Justin Fields. He got booed and never said a word about it. Went to Tennessee, came back. You wondered why he would come back. Now they're cheering him.
Those are the guys you root for.
They bench Fields again. They just benched Fields this week.
Here's the other thing. The Bengals, the only 2 games they've rushed for 100 yards as a team have been against the Steelers. 142 the first time. And in this game, they rushed for 105 yards, 99 by Chris Brown. Watt, just 1 tackle, no sacks. A star defensively, a linebacker, Patrick Queen, he had 10 tackles. And Herbig had the lone Steelers sack.
Well, the Steelers really improved their defense in this game. They shut down Chase. And, before, remember the first game? It was
16 catches, did he?
He was running around.
Didn't he have
crazy.
16?
16 for 200 yards.
They made the adjustments. I'll give them credit. They made the adjustments.
Yeah, he wasn't running open. The first time you knew he was covering him.
Right.
This is the 7th straight game since his defense has yielded 30-plus points. We can now call them, we've gone from the GOAT, now we have the WOAT. The worst of all time. And all the years I've followed pro football, you guys tell me if it's different. I've never seen a worse defense in the NFL, ever.
They're pretty bad. But
They're last in every category.
I will say this one, Eddie. Eddie. They didn't play badly in this game. They had 2 defensive touchdowns. So really, Cincinnati only gave up.
Good
Right.
point.
60,
I agree. That's a good point. I'll get it. Yeah. But
They're just, you know what? They need
look at their stats.
They need to start up like the Browns.
30 seconds.
Start
30 seconds.
over.
Start over.
Like I guess this Flacco, I got to give him credit. Watt runs him into the turf. And I mean, he ran him. They said to him, that's what he's supposed to do. He said, that's what he's ran
Not
me.
the referees.
Yeah.
Referees
That's what he said. He said, that's what he's supposed to do. Like, that guy gets it.
But I'll say this, Eddie, and as you're leading into something, I thought that you have to put your money somewhere. And the Bengals decided put all their money.
Burrow and the 2 receivers.
And when you lose Burrow,
yeah, you're right.
no, you lose one of the 3 best quarterbacks in football.
Yeah.
And they know their defense is weak.
Well,
Pittsburgh went the other way, and they don't get any good defense. I don't understand. They put all their money on defense and don't get it.
Well, here's the thing. Zach Taylor, how's he holding on to this job? They're waiting for Burrow to come back. My advice to Burrow is what they say in Forrest Gump, run, Joe, run.
No, don't do it, Joe.
He's not going to do anything in Cincinnati with that defense.
He's going to end up like the guy from Southern Cal that I'm not playing there anymore.
Listen, he's taking a beating, the offensive line. But you look at every category defensively, they're 32nd, 32nd, 30.
They're poor. That's just really poor.
Yeah, they are.
Now, let's go to the incident in a scuffle between Jamar Chase and Jalen Ramsey of the Steelers, in which Ramsey was ejected for punching Chase. The video review shows Chase spitting in Ramsey's face, and Ramsey had every right to retaliate against him. And I'm glad he's not suspended.
I ain't spit on nobody.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Well,
you can see it.
He gets a 1-game suspension without pay. You know what that's costing him?
$508,000.
I told my grandsons they thought I made it up.
No.
I said, no, 1 game.
Yeah.
You know what?
Hey, Matt, that's how much money Matt, our producer, makes every
that
time.
means he makes $10 million a year.
He should have been suspended more.
You can't
3
start.
games.
If
2 or
he's not
3.
allowed to retaliate, then you have to suspend him more.
Well, I'm glad the NFL didn't suspend Ramsey.
They said they got people in Cincinnati. They're mad because it was their local feed that caught it. See, the network didn't catch it.
That's
Channel
good.
8 Cincinnati
That's
caught
good.
it.
Good job, Channel 8.
First of all, I wouldn't believe Ramsey would lie about that.
I wouldn't think so. He did hit a guy dirty out of bounds behind the knees, though, in the beginning.
Well, that happens a lot in pros. But you don't.
Yeah. You don't spit. You don't spit. No, you don't spit. No.
Let's go around the AFC North. The Steelers 6-4 now. They're next at the Bears 7-3. Chicago favored by 3. The Bears beat Minnesota 19-17. They win a lot of close games. Here's what you're seeing about the Bears. They have a pretty good run attack. They're playing some pretty good defense at close games, and the quarterback is not making mistakes. And there's
pretty good recipe.
There's something about teams that win these close games.
Yeah, of course. Kansas City, they were 5-0 last year. They're 0-5 this year in 1 score.
Yeah.
There's a million of them. You understand a 10-4 on.
Yeah, you're winning. I had a good day. Yeah,
there's 11 close games. I'm telling you. So you win them or lose them, it takes your season.
You know what's ironic about this? They're in first place. Not Detroit, not the Packers. They're in first place.
They won so many close games. It's amazing how many games they won.
But that shows you what they're made of. When you win those close games, it shows you got some resolve.
Yeah, Swifty out.
And the coach has changed the culture there, Johnson.
Yeah, it's different. Yeah.
Their special teams has really come through for the Bears.
And here's the bad news for the Steelers. They got a premier tight end in Cole Komet. We know what tight ends do against the Steelers secondary.
It's a toss-up. I mean, the reason they're playing at Chicago. I mean, usually I don't give the Steelers a chance. I do, and I watch the Bears play. They can play with the Bears.
Well, here's my prediction: Steelers 22-20, or vice versa. Bears 22-20.
No, every game's like that. That's what I'm saying. The Bears play every game like that.
Hey, look out! Here they come. The Ravens 5-5, 23-16 win over Cleveland on a fake tush push. That was a great play. That was exciting to see that. It was by the tight end who took off.
And I was telling Al, he didn't go out around. They kicked the end out.
Yes.
It was a planned play. It was a nice coaching. Baltimore's offense is not looking good, though.
No.
Their defense has improved that much.
Well, they made mistakes in the red zone, but they rushed for 184 yards. Derrick Henry had 103 of them, but still 184 yards rushing against the Browns is pretty good.
No, that is against the Browns.
How about you have to say something about how bad their quarterback play is.
Oh,
the Browns. My goodness.
Yeah.
It is the NFL. I mean, I know I don't expect them to come in and be, whomever, but he was awful.
Shador was, in my defense of Shador, it's his first action he's seen all year, but he's running the wrong way.
You get away with it in college. You don't get away with
it. Yeah.
You're not going to run backwards in the pros.
Not against those boys. Guys. No.
Now, next up for the Ravens, they take on the Jets. Baltimore favored by 14.5. The Bungles 3-7 next against New England. The Pats favored by 7. I think it ought to be more than that. Look out for New England to rush for maybe 150 plus yards on the Bengals. Cleveland 2-8. Next at the Raiders 2-8. Cleveland favored by 2. This game should not be watched by the faint of heart. You talk about realignment. The NFL ought to do. You ought to put the Bengals and the Ravens and the Browns and the Jets and Tennessee in one division to their own. I just don't get how the Ravens or the Raiders can be this bad for so many years.
They're awful. They thought Pete Carroll would bring a little juice. That game Monday night was a terrible game.
Now, not often am I surprised by an NFL score. We know what the NFL is like, but this game really, really surprised me. The Jags throttled the Chargers 35-6, holding them to a total of 135 yards after their so-called big win over the Steelers, building momentum. That momentum's gone.
Momentum in the NFL is gone every week. That's just the way it works. When you stop Herbert from throwing the ball, and they did it.
Both tackles out.
Yeah, that's what happened.
Boboth tackles are out. They said it really. Yeah. He has. I mean, I'm not making excuses.
No, that's no excuse. That's real.
But still, there's no time.
Real.
No.
135 yards. Justin Herbert.
And Jacksonville wasn't coming in hot.
They just came back after blowing a big game.
Yeah.
Against Houston,
Let's go to NFL power ranks, and you're going to see what, in common with these teams, strong defenses. What's the old saying? Defenses win championships. Mm-hmm. Smart quarterback play and good.
That's changed, by the way, Eddie.
Yeah,
for the first time, defenses are starting to win games. And with offense for about 10 years, defense is coming back.
But that's true in the NFL over the years. You show one tendency,
it changes.
Seems to gain recognition.
Yeah.
And then things change.
It comes back.
You're not going to get away with something forever in that league.
No,
not with those coaches. Number 1, I have the Rams at the top, 8-2, 21-19 over Seattle. 4 picks of Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold, the Rams have his number for whatever reason. It's the one team he has trouble with all the time.
They rush the passer. That's why. They get after the quarterback, and every quarterback looks bad when you get rushed. Every quarterback.
Next for the Rams, they take on the Bucs, LA by 6. Be a difficult game.
Yeah.
Number 2, I have Denver 9-2, 8 straight wins when they trailed in every game. They beat Kansas City 22-19 on a game-winning field goal. You talk about winning close games. They have the recipe for it. Good defense. They don't run much, but you can't run on them either. They're very strong.
Denver, Philadelphia, and the Bears are very, very similar. Win close games.
And Denver harassed Mahomes. They made him uncomfortable.
They barely beat the Raiders the week before.
That's what happens.
You cannot go by last week.
You can't. No. So what's the biggest story this year? Is it Denver or Chicago, or is it Kansas City 5-5? They're stringing 9 straight division titles. That's going by way of the Caribou.
New England's my biggest surprise. I had no idea they'd be this good.
Yeah.
That's my biggest one.
Yeah, I did say Denver and Chicago would have good years. I didn't figure on New England. That covers my horrendous pick for the
No, that
NCAA, Clemson and Penn
But
State.
you know what? This Knicks, he won't do anything for 3 quarters. Then he'll make 2 or 3 big throws and they win.
They just play smart.
Yeah, they win.
So next up for Denver, they have a bye. Number 3 have the Eagles 8-2. You talk about defense. How about their last 2 games? They beat Green Bay 10-7 and beat Detroit 16-9. All I want to say is the coach Dan Campbell. Sometimes coach,
Punt, coach. Punt.
Yeah, discretion is
Field goal.
How about kick? You know that game should have been tied. He passed
all
up
that.
2 or 3 field goals in
And
the
he
red zone.
faked another punt. They're standing there waiting for it now.
Yeah, give Philly credit. I know people say, well, they don't look like the same team, the offense. How about giving credit to their defense the way they're playing?
How about the guy reading the book on the sideline? Now, what do you do? What do you do with him?
AJ.
What do you do with him, Al?
I didn't see that.
That was last year. What I'm saying is they're trying to figure out how to keep him happy. You know, he's not low. He's not leaving.
You don't give away good players. That's the NFL.
Next up for Philly, they take on Dallas 4-5-1. They are favored by 4.5. This could be a tough game for Philly.
Anytime you go into Dallas.
Yeah, I'm missing that one. And I know I heard the line 3.5. And I said to myself, I'm missing something there. I don't see those 2 teams as equal, but I don't ever count out the
you gotta like
Vegas.
Dallas's offense. They with the receivers.
They're
pretty good.
The guy from Pittsburgh, he's having a huge year.
Next up, number 4, have New England 9-2. They're next at Cincy. New England by 5.5. Is that low?
It seems low, doesn't it, Al?
Well, that's because the scores of the Bengals games, but you never know when Bengals put up 40.
Yeah, they could put up 40. Yeah.
All right, number 5, I have Seattle 7-3. You know, despite
they're really good.
Despite those 4 interceptions, they still had a chance to win that game.
Really good.
What was it? A 60-yard field goal?
Yeah. I watched that game and came away impressed with Seattle, even though they lost.
Their defense. I don't know that there's a more physical defense around than theirs.
They're a really good team both ways. They're both on both sides. Yeah.
Next up, they're at Tennessee, and they're favored by 12. Number 6 have Green Bay 6-3-1, 27-20 over the Giants. Next, they're home with Minnesota, and Green Bay favored by 6.5.
They're not clicking on all cylinders, Green Bay.
On offense, they're not.
No, they're
but
not.
Still, their defense, once again, holds them in there. The Minnesota, they benching JJ.
Oh, my goodness. Did I expect this? No. He's off.
Here's the thing. He only played actually 1 year at Michigan.
And he didn't throw the ball much anyway.
No, they didn't throw the ball.
No.
So what were you seeing that other teams didn't see that you would make him your franchise?
You would annoy him. They let Darnold go.
Why would you let Darnold go? Right. Big mistake. Big mistake.
Yeah, it was Harbaugh running his mouth about how great he was.
Yes.
I really think it had something to do with it because he played quarterback also.
Number 7, you have the Colts 8-2.
Good.
They were on a bye. Next up, they're at the Chiefs. Kansas City favored by 3.
Well, everybody says that they're due. Kansas City's due. Kansas City's due. When you think that way,
pay your dues. Pay your dues.
Yeah.
Number 8, I like the Colts winning this game. Number 8, Buffalo 7-3, 44-32 over Tampa Bay. The one-trick pony, Josh Allen, 6 TDs. As he goes, so goes the Bills. But their defense, they gave up 202 yards rushing. I'm not so sure. Their defense may be as bad as Cincy's.
I know this. George makes this point a lot. In the NFL, you better get your home field in the playoffs. Buffalo has to go on the road 3 times.
Yeah.
They can't win 3 times on the road.
They have Thursday night, and I'll tell you what.
They're at Houston.
The way Houston's defense plays.
There's a great defense.
I like
their
Houston.
offense stinks, but their defense is great.
Right. I like Houston getting 5.5, but I like them to win this game.
Quarterback's out, that's why.
Oh, is it? But the other guy filled in, Mills.
He does all right. But
All right, number 9, they have the Bears 7-3 that went over the Vikings, and they have the Steelers by 3. The Bears rushed for 140 yards. They held Minnesota to 265 yards. So this will be an interesting game, as we said. Number 10, they have Detroit still in there 6-4. They lost to Philly 16-9. Next, they're home with the Giants. The Lions favored by 10.5. The Giants come along at the right time for every team.
And they tease their fans. They look they
are better.
Yeah, they're better.
The Giants are better. And when Dart plays, they're much better.
See that star they got? Missed practice, fell asleep in the meetings.
Oh, no.
They're having to punish that.
How about Dallas? They held
both
2 receivers out.
one play.
Like they were disciplined.
Don't do that, Coach. You look worse when you bring him back after one series.
Yes.
Either bench him or let it
Think
go.
about that. Like he thought, we're disciplined.
We'll show him now.
One series.
Hey, let's go to college football. Be careful what you wish for, Coach Narduzzi, who said this game's irrelevant with Notre Dame. We could lose 100-3 as long as we win the next two. Well, Coach, you embarrassed yourself. You're talking about game day at Acrisure Stadium with a sellout crowd of 68,400. I was there. You couldn't get near the game day stage. The Pitt fans were jazzed. They were you imagine Ohio State going to play Alabama and DeBoer saying, it's irrelevant. It's not an SC. They'd fire him on the spot. The Pitt fans were really upset about this.
They should be,
game.
though. It's a stupid statement.
Yeah, it's a stupid statement.
He's not used to having a good game late in the year, so you give him an excuse.
You're playing the number 9 team. You want to be one of the big dogs, then you show your fan base and the whole nation you could play with them. But they got embarrassed 37-9. If this game was so irrelevant, why'd he call a timeout with 6 seconds to score their only offensive touchdown of the game?
Yeah, they're just not as good as Notre Dame. That's all. But they've had a great year.
Trenches.
I'll give them credit. Pitt's had a great year. Surprised me.
The big difference in the trenches.
Now, what if they lose the last 3 and then 7-5? Where you at?
I still think it's a good year. The over/under was 5.5 or something. So
they beat it.
Oh yeah. So it's been. A good
I think
year.
they have to win one of these next two. I'm hoping that they do.
I'm hoping they beat Miami.
I like seeing them beat Georgia Tech. I'll tell you what, if they don't beat Georgia Tech, that Miami game on the 29th, be lucky you have 30,000 at Acrisure
How many
Stadium.
people come show up for those games?
I'm
taking Pitt that game, by the way.
Mason Henschel.
Georgia Tech or Miami?
Pitt this week. I'll pick a Pitt this week.
Okay.
Mason Henschel was a learning experience for him. Sacked 4 times, only 118 yards, threw 2 interceptions, led to 8 points for the Irish. So how lopsided was it at halftime? Pitt had 46 total yards, a -4 rushing. So they're up next at Georgia Tech, 9-1. Georgia Tech favored by 3.
I told you, I like Pitt in that game.
Hey, Penn State.
I don't.
I like Georgia Tech.
I like Pitt. I like to see them beat Miami.
Hey, Penn State won 28-10 over Michigan State, the Talking Bull. And for the Slippery Rock University, they lost to Bloomsburg 30-24 in overtime. That ends the season for the Rock at 6-4, no playoffs. That's it for us. We'll see you next time.
Great customer care isn't a bonus, it's the backbone. At Armstrong, we believe fast internet is only as good as the people behind it. We continually invest in our network to take care of our customers and keep them connected. Armstrong support is free, local, and always available. Fiber fast internet reinforced by friendly first service. We're proud of our reputation for customer care, and we earn it every day. Internet you can count on, the people you trust. That's Armstrong.